I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. So great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. It is time for the SmackDown Security Detail. We are looking over what had happened last Saturday at WarGames. And what a WarGames it was, guys. I mean, everything about this show was on fire, in my personal opinion. AJ Lee submitting Becky Lynch in what was an enjoyable match. Dominic Mysterio claiming back his Intercontinental title from John Cena with the help of Liv Morgan and the rest of Judgment Day, you can say. But the fact that Liv Morgan came back and then pretended like she was turning on Dom only to turn on John. Wow. And then we had the men's war games, in which we did get some of our answers, but we were left with one gigantic question here. As we're just seeing the amount of destruction these 10 men caused against one another. Then we saw this mysterious person enter the ring, curb stomp CM Punk, only for Braun Breaker to spear Punk and then get the win. But what we saw towards the end there was this thing between Cody and Roman Reigns, and what was that all about too? We are in Austin, Texas at the Moody Center tonight. Alexa Bliss is in the house with her friend Charlotte. Tonight, Alexa goes one-on-one with one half of the women's tag team champions in Kairi Sane. This is going to be an insane matchup. LA Knight is in the building. He's going to be taking on Gunther in the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament. Oh, I can't wait for this one either, guys. Oh, and who we got rolling up in the Dodge Ram here? Drew McIntyre is in the building. Nick Aldis cutting him off, though. Wow. Wow, guys. So right off the get-go, Nick Aldis upholding the suspension. Cody sneaking in on the passenger side of Drew McIntyre's car and attacking him. This is unreal. Cody is just out for blood right now when it comes to this whole thing with Drew McIntyre. Something's got to give. We've got to figure out a way to settle this once and for all. I think Cody is where's Cody storming off to? Looks like he's storming off to the ring. Cody is scheduled to make some kind of an appearance tonight, and here he is right now. Drew McIntyre, or Cody Rhodes, calling Drew McIntyre the WWE's resident cockroach. The look of anger on Cody says it all. He wants nothing more but to get his hands on Drew McIntyre. But the question is, will Nick Aldis lift that suspension so that Cody can get this thing going? That's it. Yeah, Cody exactly saying what I just said there. He is looking to lift. He's looking to Nick Aldis to lift that suspension so that Cody can stomp out Drew McIntyre one last time. Oh man, what have you got to do to settle the feud between these two? I got to think we put this maybe inside Hell in a Cell. Right now we've got DIY with Candice LeRae hanging out in the back. They've got Axiom's mask on a mannequin head here, and see what's going on here. Well, now, Tommaso Ciampa was looking to get another U.S. title match, but Mello is stepping ahead, and we're going to see Ilja Dragunov take on Carmelo Hayes in our opening contest tonight. This is one hell of an opener. Just going to put that out there, guys. But ladies and gentlemen, as the WWE heads to a commercial break, we are going to head to a commercial break ourselves. So take a look.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Perish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
That's right, folks. You can check out all of our programming just by heading on over to turnbucklestudios.org. All you got to do is just click that shows button. From there, you'll be able to check out all of our different programming. And yeah, this turnbucklestudios.org, that's the place to be. But I had a thought come across my brain as we're still in the commercial break for SmackDown here, and we saw the commercial, or at least I saw the commercial for WrestleMania Vegas with the women, and it featured 6 women. Now the other commercial, I believe, also featured 6 men. What if that was a slight tease to a possible elimination chamber? And I wouldn't say at WrestleMania, but what if those were the 6 participants? Maybe at Elimination Chamber. Granted, I realize I believe two of the men featured in the commercial, which were Cody and Punk, are your current WWE and World Heavyweight Champions. But on the other side, I didn't see Stephanie Vaquer in that commercial, nor did I see, or not Tiffany, but Jade Cargill was in the women's commercial. But between now and February, anything can happen. Or at least the 6 men and the 6 women, maybe they're all featured in some high profile matches that are taking place at the show. The question is against whom, whether it's against each other or against somebody who's not even in those commercials. That's interesting. Well, now, next week, the Terror Twins are going to reunite, and they're going to be in action against Damian Priest and Zelina Vega. Wow. What a match. What a match. That's going to be on the Go Home show for Saturday night's main event. You know what's intriguing is that we only know of one match, one possible match on that show, and that's John Cena taking on either LA Knight or Gunther. But I'm going to do a double check here to find out if what else is if there has been anything announced for Saturday night's main event. As Mello is making his way to the ring right now. Yeah, the only match announced is John Cena and whomever wins between LA Knight and Gunther. But right now, Carmelo just getting into the face of Ilja Dragunov here right off the get-go. Bell hasn't even rung yet. But I can understand that. I mean, Melo would love nothing more than to beat Ilja Dragunov and become the United States champion. And right off the get-go, right into a collar and elbow, these guys are jockeying for that position. Right back into it. I'm just... I mean, we're not even 5 minutes into this match, and these guys are already going at it, and I'm loving it. Oh. Ilja Dragunov with those hard chops. Oh, Carmelo responding with a hard chop of his own. I can hear that smack echoing across the arena. And a super kick for Mello, knocking Dragunov onto the apron here. Dragunov now just knocking Mello off the top rope to the outside here. Mello straining his knee by the looks of it as he takes that tumble to the outside. And of course, following him to the outside is one Ilja Dragunov. I thought Dragunov was going to take off his brace. But no, he was just simply adjusting it. This match just so far has been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Oh, Inzaguri there, very fast and quickly executed, followed by a knee to the head from Ilja Dragunov there. Oh man, right to that side headlock there. Geez, with those elbows there again, straight to the middle of his back, and he's throwing a point on those elbows as well. Beautiful snap suplex, and then he floats over into a pinfall. Now he's got a hold of that arm. Dragunov is doing the smart thing right now. He's keeping Mello on the ground, preventing Mello from taking to the air, as we know Mello has been known to do. And but at the same time, when it comes to Dragunov, if he has to take it to the air, he will, and he can, and he has. But right now, we are back to that action. We're back to the action for those of you who are watching who got commercial breaks during that time there, and Dragunov is just keeping on him, and Mello is trying to find ways to fight out, but Dragunov is just not allowing this to happen. And striking those elbows right on the side of the head as he's trying to get the, or at least I thought he was trying to go for an abdominal stretch. I love that Mello is just able to stand and trade with Dragunov, because it's not exactly an easy task to do. Oh, took his head off at that clothesline. Oh, and Mello almost got him, almost became the United States champion. Oh. Right into that power bomb. Uh-oh, he's looking for the A-bomb, but Mello blocks it with his own knees. And into the inside cradle. And almost got him again. Yeah, Cole saying that countouts are no good. If Dragunov gets counted out, he keeps the Intercontinental or the United States title. But sometimes just taking your opponent, knocking them out of the ring, you'll do that just so you can collect yourself. And I think that's what Mello needed to do here, because right now he's kind of taking charge in this matchup here. And there's Ciampa coming in. Tommaso Ciampa has just knocked Mello off the top rope. Dragunov catching that flying headbutt and right into the A-bomb. That's going to do it. Dragunov retains, but not in the way that he would have liked to have retained.
Absolutely not. I got in just to catch the tail end of this match. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be here.
Yeah, you missed a heck of a match, though.
I figured as much when I saw the competitors.
Mello was just on fire throughout this match. And I mean, like, on fire. Like, he was fighting with every ounce that he could fight Dragunov with. And Dragunov was just the same way.
Right. I mean, was there really any surprise given these two track records?
Yeah, and to be fair, it's really not a surprise that Ciampa showed up and interfered in this match, considering how long has it been since he's been trying to
Yeah.
get that shot.
Oh, exactly.
But now here's the other thing, because I get a feeling that we're going to see a backstage segment later on where Mello is going to say, "Hey, look, this is what happened. I would like a rematch," and Dragunov's going to be like, "Yeah, you got the rematch because I didn't like the way that ended."
Right.
But right now we've got Charlotte and Alexa Bliss about to do a promo, and that's probably because Alexa Bliss has a match with Kairi Sane later tonight. Come on, Charlotte, you should know that she wears spikes on her shoulders. And we're going to be seeing tournament highlights for The Last Time Is Now up next.
Yes. I'm going to guess that LA Knight versus Gunther tonight is our main event.
Well, I'm not sure, but what I am sure of is we're going to take ourselves a commercial break.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or just help out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be. Hit join. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you feel you can help us, how you feel we here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and determine the best fit. Meet the team, Mr. Best, myself, OM Dynamic, Bubba Duke, Chris Perish, and Carl Carafel. Get our socials, watch our latest weekly episodic shows, and lastly, ladies and gentlemen, hit the shop button. Head over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Get all your Turnbuckle Affiliation Program merchandise. Support your favorite podcasters, support your favorite shows, wear what we wear, and all of the proceeds come back into our studios to deliver you a better viewing experience. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, the hottest site on the internet. Do it, and do it now.
Yeah, and I forgot earlier today I played the shows of the week commercial. Forgot to let you guys know. Programming note: tomorrow, 3 p.m. is when Saturday afternoon gaming takes place, because NXT Deadline is tomorrow, and Chris Perish will be hosting a watch party for that event.
That he will. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to make a cameo or not, but we shall see. So before we got into the Dragunov Mello match, I'm going to trust that there was a promo.
No,
Really?
there was a fight.
Okay. Okay, I will have to go back and check that out after the show is over.
Well, there was a quick promo, but it was like 2 minutes, and it was because of what happened in the fight. It happened. Well, the promo happened after said fight.
All right.
We also got our first match for next week announced.
Okay.
The Terror Twins will be reuniting to take on Aleister Black and Zelina Vega.
That really doesn't surprise me based on what we saw last week.
Mm-hmm. From what I understand, though, this is going to be the finale for that feud.
Okay.
Because obviously Rhea's a Raw woman, so I kind of expect that she's going to go back to Raw.
Right.
Also, as we're looking at Solo Sikoa, he's got something to say about what Uncle Howdy did to him last week.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
Nothing about the woman we're looking at right now with Jade Cargill, though.
No, I do want to apologize again, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Best, for the later run-in, just that the weather outside and the roads are horrible. I had to defrost the car for 5 minutes before I could even scrape the ice from the freezing rain off.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but staying inside is delightful.
Exactly. Especially with the SmackDown Security Detail.
As we are looking at Capitol Hill right now, as they're getting set for, Saturday night's main event, which will be on here with the PLE Patrol.
Yes, 1 week from tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. 8 days, Mr. Best, until John Cena bids farewell to active competition.
Yeah, and I know you've seen it, I've seen it, but everybody has been saying like this retirement run of John Cena is terrible. What are your thoughts on it? Because my thoughts is this was a great run.
It was a fantastic run. The heel run fell flat for me. I was excited because I was there when that moment happened. And then it fell flat. But, we've discussed this off stream and on other shows. We're both part of the Cena sucks side of the chant. But this year, we've really had to change our perspective and really appreciate everything that John has given us.
It wasn't this year for me where I changed my perspective. It was years ago that it happened for me. But I think his heel run was just awesome. I loved everything about his heel run and how he came out and dissed everybody, and it was awesome. I loved it. What fell flat for me was the all of a sudden I'm a babyface turn.
Right.
I would have liked that because that was the build to the match between Cody and John at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I would have liked that to have begun about 3 weeks before. I would say 3 weeks before, or even, and hear me out here, just before that tag team match where he tag teamed with Logan Paul there. I would have had who did he take on in that match?
Cody and Jay.
Oh yeah. I would have had Cody plant the seeds of doubt into Cena at that point.
Right.
Before that. And then you have Logan Paul do the walkout thing that he did, the one that where we were like, wait a minute, John's going to turn babyface, because that was kind of a heel move by Logan Paul. Then you spend the next few weeks with John still doing the heel thing, but Cody still just planting more of those seeds, just of doubt on into Cena. And then that final week, we get that babyface John Cena.
Right. And see, it was really like when he dropped that pipe bomb, almost mocking CM Punk before Saudi Arabia.
I loved that promo.
So did I. I agree with you to a point. I was excited for this heel run, but then it was, what is the point of this? The way he turned babyface, like, I understand why he didn't do it a few weeks sooner. I understand why he did it really the week before SummerSlam, because he was starting to put over Logan Paul, much the way he endorsed this man on our screens, LA Knight, a couple of years ago.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't even realize, that with this heel run, he was helping these baby faces get over, like your Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, even though Cody didn't necessarily need it, and revisiting it while revisiting some of his old feuds like CM Punk. That
Right.
was the whole crux of his thing. I understand a lot of people wanted to see him take on these up and coming guys, but you got to throw in a little bit of that nostalgia run with
You
it as
do.
well.
You do. And I mean, we didn't overblow it on the nostalgia. I mean, really, you had AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and
And
CM
Punk.
Punk as the nostalgia. Yes, he teamed with Sheamus and Ray a few weeks ago on Raw, which is, yes, more nostalgia, but a different way. So I appreciate what he did. I think the fact that it was supposed to be an alliance with The Rock, and we all know where I stand on Dwayne, that really made it dull for me. I mean, you guys know, I mean, you and I talked ad nauseum about it. I did not really enjoy night one of WrestleMania, and I really didn't enjoy Cody versus Cena at Mania. SummerSlam, on the other hand, was the match.
And speaking of the match, we're gonna have the women's match of the night, I think, and Kairi Sane and Alexa Bliss coming up
Oh,
here.
absolutely. And again, the focus on the women's tag team championships, even though we are getting a one-on-one contest, this is to get Alexa Bliss and Charlotte back into that contender spot.
I think they're digging for the rematch that they still haven't gotten.
Yep. But I like the fact that they've gone away from this immediate rematch clause. And you're going to get these teams working to try and build themselves back up. And then when they are at their hottest, then you pull the trigger.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of getting the rematch within 30 days. I've always believed in the 30-day rematch clause, whether when you've lost the title.
Right. And I understand that. But I mean, I'm going to date myself here. I can't remember. I know it was an episode of Raw where Shane McMahon came out and said, "We are listening to you. The immediate rematch clause is kind of antiquated because you've got so many and you're building up so many superstars at one time to get them into that title spot that you don't need to have that. And it can create new stories, new rivalries as well."
Yeah, but think how fast did they renege on that?
Oh, I
It was
know.
like it was next week, basically. But I've always just been a fan of that. You lose the title, you're entitled to a rematch. Maybe it's just the old school way in me, but yeah. I also am kind of on the side of you've got to defend your title within 30 days.
Yeah. Oh, 100% I'm on that side. Hence why, like, I appreciate what AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are doing with the World Tag Team Championships on Raw
Mhm.
compared to the Judgment Day who are sitting there and holding them, compared to when Roman Reigns held the titles for 4 years.
Well, Roman was still defending it every month at that time during that 4-year run. Because even when he wasn't defending it on pay-per-views, there were title matches on SmackDowns.
There were. But it was treated really like when he would have a match, and especially at the Big Six, like because his PLE schedule dropped drastically.
Yeah. You
But
also
he
have to
would,
remember that a part of that run was during the pandemic, and he got COVID during that title
he
run.
did. But what they did with him, and they did it with Brock Lesnar before that, was they made those champions and those titles attractions. And I loved that,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to needing it on the show each and every week.
Yeah, and that's, I know that we say that the title's defended every 30 days because, well, I mean, Hulk Hogan didn't on TV. Keep that in mind, on
Right.
TV. But he did a bunch of house shows where he was defending the title every week.
Yes.
And I think that that's sort of where we're going back to. Because again, You don't even need to have the title at every pay-per-view if I'm being completely honest with you in our current situation.
You don't. And ladies and gentlemen, about a month from now, SmackDown moves back to 3 hours.
Ooh, Kevin Owens. I miss you.
Me too.
He's been back at the Performance Center, by the way, doing light training, basically.
Okay.
I wonder. I'm thinking about like surprise entrances in the Royal Rumble as we're looking at John Cena's heel run here. Or actually, not his heel run, but his feud with AJ Styles.
Yes.
And they mentioned Kevin Owens. I wonder if Kevin Owens could be ready for a spot in the Rumble.
Could be, but I wouldn't count on it. I know we are still, about 8 weeks away.
And keep in mind that you can be very protected in a Royal Rumble.
Oh, absolutely.
You go in, you take the spot going over the top. Simple as that. Booker T did it in 2006.
Yep.
He was supposed to be gone for like 7 months. He came back like a month later.
Yep.
For that one little spot. And little Miss Bliss is making her way to the ring. Somewhere right now, Carl is smiling.
Probably at the shoot job. And Alexa trusting Charlotte to hold Lily. I know we've discussed it a few times, but your takes on this new Charlotte.
Absolutely love it still. I'm just as we said about John Cena, like I was on the Charlotte sucks side for the longest time. And it wasn't because like I thought she actually sucked, because I think she actually is a great in-ring performer. I was tired of her getting into the title picture every time she came back.
Yeah.
But I love what they're doing with Charlotte right here. Sure she's still in a title picture, but not the title picture. And she's in a title picture that I want her to be in.
Right.
I want her to be there to help boost the women's tag titles, to give it the credit it needs. I also would like to see Charlotte eventually get into the United States title picture, or even the women's Intercontinental title picture, to give those belts the boost.
And I was literally just about to ask, do we see Charlotte follow in those same steps as Becky Lynch did and go after the U.S. championship, much the way Becky held the women's IC title?
I really do think that, I was going to say her and Julia, but Julia's not the United States women's champion right now, but her and Chelsea Green could put on a hell of a match.
Yep. What about Alexa Bliss? Where do you see her? Do you see her just staying like this, or do you see her figuring into either of the title pictures?
I 100% can see that too, but if there is this whole thing where she could very well join the Wyatt Sicks, her and Nikki Cross being a tag team wouldn't be a bad idea again.
Right.
Every time they've gotten together, it's been fun. It was when Nikki was Nikki ASH and Alexa Bliss who won the tag titles together.
Yep. Kairi trying to say she's an inch taller than Alexa.
She literally is an inch taller than Alexa. There's one thing I really like when I'm watching Kairi Sane wrestle, because as you know, Kairi is one of my most favorite Japanese women's wrestlers of all time. One of my favorite things about watching her wrestle is her reactions to everything that happens to her in the ring.
Yeah.
Like when Alexa Bliss just did that choke slam and she was like, oh no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. And then she took the choke slam.
Yep. Kairi walks into a distraction from Charlotte, but allows Asuka to pick up the distraction and the interference on the outside.
And again, the reaction right there, like she's got this big grin, this whole like, I'm cocky, I've got you, I'm going to beat you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is something that, and I know I've said this, but you can't do that with Alexa. Kairi kind of can.
Yeah.
Because she knows she's got Alexa right now.
Yep.
But if you're somebody like, let's say Kalani Jordan was in this situation.
Yeah.
If you're Kalani Jordan, you don't want to do that.
No.
And as I said, Kalani Jordan and Alexa Bliss, I'm like, that's a match I actually would like to see.
I would love to see it. Now, we do have the Royal Rumble coming up. Like I said, in about 2 months. It's coming up on the 31st of January. Do we expect to see some potential call-ups or debuts on SmackDown in that time frame, especially with deadline being tomorrow?
I'm going to say no to the call-ups because they usually wait until the Rumble for those to happen.
Right.
And those are usually like your one-night call-ups. And why 100%? Because I said her name. I really do think Kalani Jordan is going to be involved in that. On the flip side, for the men's, I'm going to go with Joe Hendry again. I'm going to go Joe Hendry and Ethan Page for the men's. The third one possibly being an Alba Fyre. Okay. For the women's, I want to see Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka, and Jordan Grace possibly get those call-ups.
Okay. I'm with you on the Joe Hendry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on the Alba Fyre. I think that we are going to get one call-up on the men's side, and it's based off of what happened earlier tonight with Ciampa distracting Melo and costing him the U.S. title.
Trick is another possibility.
I'm going to suggest we get Trick Williams because you might have Gargano come after him now because Melo wants Ciampa. And then Melo's going to be like, I didn't come alone. I brought a tag team partner.
And of course, I go with Joe Hendry because like that dude is just incredibly over.
Right.
You need him on like a big show like the Rumble. You don't need him winning, but just him coming in and doing a couple of spots and then maybe getting dumped out, you know?
Getting the same sort of thing he got last year would be great, where Sheamus just sort of bobbed along, watched, let him do his own thing, and then...
I wouldn't repeat that, though. I'd have Hendry stick around for like 10 minutes. And speaking of 10, another male name I thought of, and it would be awesome if he came in at the number 10, and I'm talking Shawn Spears.
Yes, absolutely.
But right now, Kairi still has this advantage over Alexa right now.
She does, and she has Alexa hung up now in the Tree of Woe.
And I gotta wonder, I mean, we've already seen Asuka get involved. We've seen Charlotte kind of get involved. Lash Legend and Nia Jax are have to be hovering in the building somewhere.
Absolutely. And I could see them getting involved in this tonight after the chaos we saw on Monday. But as far as female call-ups go, I am again 100% with you on Kalani. For me, Jordan's been at the Rumble twice now. And for me, again,
Jordan still has that star power, though.
She does. And for me, her NXT run really hasn't taken off. I'm going to go with a Blake Monroe to come up for the Rumble. And who do I see as a third potential? Well, I'm going to say her name. Maybe she will appear because I believe in Thea.
Yeah, I kind of like Thea in there for the women's comedy spot. That I can see that. Yeah, Charlotte's had enough. Oh, jeez.
Yep.
I was going to say Charlotte's had enough of Asuka, but she took her head off with that kick.
She did. And then that spinning back fist there from Kairi to Alexa.
She's looking for that insane elbow. Beautiful
Whoa.
catch by Alexa.
Wow.
Right into the sister Abigail, and that's going to do it for Kairi Sane.
Wow.
I mean, what a match these two women put on, but talk about the hunger for the women's tag team titles.
Absolutely.
You got to give you got to give the rematch to these women now. Oh, there they are. Nia and Alexa, or Nia and Lash Legend just showed up.
Yep. Oh, Kyrie still down in the corner. Are we going to get some form of payback from what happened at Survivor Series as a result?
I think so, because they just pointed her out. And Asuka coming in to try and make the save. I mean, Asuka taking the fight to them, but the numbers game has got to come into play here.
Yes.
Yeah, with that lifting headbutt, that ought to do it. But here's what I would have done if I were Asuka. And I'm surprised that this didn't happen. Why didn't Asuka miss one of them?
Right?
I get it. They are trying to show just how dominant these two women are, because that's what you have to do with a new tag team. You got to show their dominance and what they can do.
Asuka making the save.
Yeah, but look who's got the belt.
Right. So we know that Nia and Lash are the clearly defined heels. The Kabuki Warriors are supposed to be, but now we're seeing this tweener action from them as a result of this.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them because they're kind of like right now being the heel team that will take on all comers.
Right. But see, and I don't like it because you just turned them heel just recently.
I kind of liken them, and it's kind of big here, but I kind of liken them to the APA. The APA were neither heel nor baby faces. They beat up anybody they wanted to. But we've got Ricky Saints and Obafemi in with the SmackDown crowd tonight. SmackDown here. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, get me ready for deadline tomorrow night because I've been wanting to see this Obafemi Ricky Saints matchup. I want to see what they're going to do afterwards now because whoever wins has a match against Cody at at Saturday night's main event. I almost said WrestleMania.
Wow. What a huge, huge announcement.
Either one of those matches are blockbuster matches.
Yes.
That's what I like. Speaking of a blockbuster, we've got our women's champion, Jade Cargill, making her way to the ring here. Even though I did the description, fixed up the description this afternoon, I can't remember if they announced who she's taking on. Oh, yeah, non-title match against Alba Fyre.
Ah, okay.
Right. Because last week we said the unaliving of Alba Fyre is going to happen tonight.
Yep.
Although Alba Fyre, I think, will take it to her, and I think that this has got to build to something with Jade Cargill. We haven't seen Tiffany Stratton since she lost the title.
No, we haven't.
Jade Cargill. So
Tiffy,
I think we could see Tiffy come back tonight.
Yeah. And I don't think we're going to see her come back tonight. I think she's still taking some time recovering from her injuries. I could definitely see her returning in January. In fact, I'm even going to go out on a limb. And your winner of the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble will be Tiffany Stratton. Actually, no, sorry, correct that. Tiffany will be my SmackDown pick. My Raw pick is the woman who has reached the final two each of the last 3 years, and that will be Liv Morgan.
For my Raw women's picks, I got 2 of them.
Okay.
I got Rhea Ripley. She has yet to win one. She's also made it to the final 2 for almost every Rumble she's been a part of.
Yep.
I say almost because she actually made her debut in the 2017 and was eliminated like 5 minutes later.
I thought Rhea did win one, eliminating Liv last.
This is where I got to double check because I'm guaranteeing you she did not win a Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley. She's only 29. I thought she was older.
Right?
Championships and accomplishments. Oh, that's right. She did win the Rumble in 2023. I forgot. That's the one that she drew. Was it she drew like the number 1 spot, I think, and went all the way.
Yeah, she was 1 or 2, and I think you also got to look at having a Roxanne Perez go on that type of a run that she had last year, coming in at number 3 and going to 30.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't mind giving another Rumble win to Rhea. Mm-hmm. But as we are getting set to, as they are in commercial break, we'll take another commercial break here for you guys. Take a look.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafell.redbubble.com.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs, turnbucklestudios.org. Meet the team, Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Perish, and Carl Carafell. Get all of our socials, watch our latest weekly live episodic shows, including this one, which will be uploaded later tonight. Go to the shop button, head over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com, wear what we wear, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters. All of those proceeds come back into our studios to deliver you a better viewing experience. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, smash that join button. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us. Tell us how we can help you. And we can sit down as a collective and figure out the best fit. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs.
And we're looking at the guests of all of the podcasts for this week. Nick Khan's going to be on Impulsive. That's going to be interesting. Bailey is going to be on 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker. And because I'm a Hollywood guy, Timothy Chalamet is going to be on Cody Rhodes' podcast.
Okay.
That was a pretty obvious promo.
It was. But as we've just heard, we heard 6 different tag teams listed there with the women's tag team championships. Are we getting a foreshadow to the Elimination Chamber?
Probably not, because I foreshadowed it earlier tonight too. But I foreshadowed it, and I thought this was an interesting take, just as it popped in my head. We've seen 6 men in the WrestleMania promo. We've seen 6 women in the WrestleMania promo. I know that 2 of the 6 men are your current world champions, and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, and 1 woman is your current heavyweight champion in Jade Cargill, as she's in the ring right now. But I thought it was kind of interesting that what if those are your picks for the Elimination Chamber?
Okay. I'm going to go do this one. Maybe Elimination Chamber is February, but so maybe it's a little bit too far out as we're looking at April. Do we get that 6-team women's ladder match at WrestleMania?
You could do it at the Rumble, but at the same time, I'm not sure how that would work with the. Well, there's enough participants. They can bring women from NXT, from TNA, from AAA. They can call on some women to come and take part.
Yeah, that's
Kiana James is at ringside with Julia. Yep. Well, that's one way you get rid of Chelsea Green.
Yep.
But now, wait a sec. I gotta wonder when's Piper Niven due back?
We have no idea because she is out dealing with spinal stenosis. And she had to have neck fusion surgery as well.
But we just saw the end of Alba Fyre for now.
We did. And now Fraxium talking with Nick Aldis.
Well, so Tommaso Ciampa is getting his title match. Finally.
Yes, Tommaso Ciampa gets his title match next week. But we had Fraxium saying they wanted Ciampa and potentially DIY if they had to.
But then we saw Tama Tonga once again saying he wants his shot. His shot is coming. I think it's coming after Ciampa, obviously. Not saying, but hinting he wants his shot.
But then as well, all the rest of the MFTs backed him up, as did Solo, who gave Dragunov that sneer.
Well, yeah, but because he's like, let's go, because they got bigger fish to fry right now with the Wyatt Sicks. But just as they're going into commercial break, it is time for us to take a commercial break.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Perish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team by clicking the host section. Mr. Best, myself, Chris Perish, Bubba Duke, and Carl Carafel. Get all of our socials. Watch our latest weekly episodic shows. Hit that join button to send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. And of course, hit that shop button. Head over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. But as you just saw, that is our weekly calendar where we have something each and every night of the week. And that does not include our special events like the PLE Patrol or Chris Perish's NXT Watch Party tomorrow evening.
Yeah, and on a programming note again, guys, Saturday Night Gaming will be Saturday afternoon gaming, where I'm going to play some GTA Online tomorrow. Mostly because I'm doing that to build up to Wednesday's PlayStation Showcase, where we're going to be showcasing the new DLC that's coming for GTA Online on the 10th, as was announced by Rockstar this morning.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m., Mr. Best and myself bring you the Wednesday PlayStation Showcase each and every week.
We also are going to have some PlayStation news that day, too.
Yes, we will.
But we are looking at the the Royal Rumble, January 31st, I say this every year for the Royal Rumble and for WrestleMania. No question about it. There's a PLE patrol for the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely, there is. Although the Royal Rumble will be earlier in the day, we will deliver it at our regularly scheduled time.
Well, we don't know that yet.
As they are telling us about tickets for SmackDown and Saturday night's main event on Friday and Saturday at the end of January in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
And there's going to be a PLE patrol for that too. Yay for me accidentally turning off my TV. Yeah, so I missed everything that was said there because my TV was turning back on.
Jade walked by BFAB and then said, "Did you say something?" BFAB didn't. Jade started to run her down until Michin put a kendo stick on her shoulder and then said, no, this is a friendship. You don't want to get involved in this. And Jade told her, well, step up and get stepped on. As we have Solo and the MFTs making their way to the ring, but no makeup tonight for the MFTs. No war paint.
Well, they're not in action, so it kind of makes sense.
All right, but Solo has the mic. It's time to listen in.
You were going to say it's time to acknowledge him, weren't you? No, we don't acknowledge Solo.
Wow. Solo Sikoa coming in with some heated words, bringing the memory of Bray Wyatt in, and even dragging Bo Dallas's name and saying all he had to do is Bo leave. Saying that what
We
was
ain't
his,
done here. Crap's about to go down now. You think that's going to stop Uncle Howdy there, Solo?
and this has just broken down.
Even Nikki's getting mixed up into it.
Yes, she is.
Okay, that's something I thought I'd never see. Eric Rowan throwing a spin kick.
That was his finisher.
Dude, I don't remember him being a singles wrestler. So
It didn't last very long, but yeah, when he and Harper were split up for a little while. Whoa.
yeah,
Look
this
at
is a
this
meeting I said I
collision.
wanted. Yeah, this is a meeting I said I wanted to see. Plus, I remember Eric Rowan having like that reverse chokeslam thing as a finisher too.
He did, but he also used a spin kick. But yes, ironically enough, it was at Survivor Series during the initial Wyatt family run when they split Harper and Rowan, and Harper joined Team Authority, Rowan joined Team Cena.
But as the Miz is in talking with Nick Aldis, I'm going to take another commercial break here.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
And we are here with the Perish.
We are. Perish the thought. We have Bailey in the office with Nick Aldis. And it looks as though she's going to go one-on-one with Sol Ruka at Saturday night's main event.
That should be an intriguing match to see.
Yes. How are you tonight, Perish?
I'm here.
You made it. I was wondering about you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for wondering.
You're welcome.
All right. Interesting words from Gunther there.
Yes, saying pay attention to how I beat LA Knight tonight.
Now, what if he doesn't?
I have LA Knight picked to win the tournament, so now Perish, I don't know if you how much are you aware of what's gone on, or where are you at in terms of SmackDown?
They just promoted Deadline, which is going to be tomorrow.
Yes, as we've been promoting your watch party on your channels.
Thank you.
Did you see that Ricky Saints and Alba Fyre were in attendance tonight? The winner of their match tomorrow will go one-on-one with Cody Rhodes on Saturday night's main event.
Okay. I think I have a good idea who's going to win. You're going to have to watch tomorrow, though, to find out.
I will.
I think I have an idea too.
I do as well.
The Saints are going to come marching in tomorrow night.
Well, we'll see.
That's where I was going.
I have a hard enough time doing that on Sundays.
So, Perish, I asked Mr. Best his thoughts. We are about a month away from SmackDown returning to a 3-hour time format. Your thoughts on this?
If I have more Fridays like this, I love it.
All right.
That means I get to watch more. I mean, when you look at where they are with the 2-hour format right now, there's a lot of people that still don't have airtime or, are battling for it. So I think 3 hours, as long as that extra hour is getting other and more people on, I think that's a benefit. But at the same time, it has to be done right, and it has to be done with a purpose. And if it's just done with the sake of doing it, it's going to get very stale very quickly.
Right. I was a big fan of the 3-hour format for both shows. I'm very happy with Raw having gone to that 2.5 hour, sometimes 2:45 limit, and I would like to see SmackDown go to about the same. Do that.
Yeah, I don't see why it needs to be 3 hours when Raw has shown that 2.5, sometimes 2:45 does it pretty well.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I do think with the amount of championships that each brand has, it strengthens the opportunity to see those championships more often.
Yeah.
Well, you could do 2.5 hours of SmackDown, but 2 hours and 45 is a bit weird especially since it airs on conventional TV in the States.
I think nowadays the only thing weird is if you don't do it at all.
Right. I'm going to suggest this too as well. Would you maybe want to go to a 3-hour show for something huge like your Raw after WrestleMania?
Only if they actually do something on those shows. If they're going to just put duds out there, then go back to an hour.
Right. as we are seeing a vignette from Aleister Black, who next week will team with Zelina against the Terror Twins.
Already kind of seems like Rhea's hand is dipped into too many jars.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I feel like next week's match is just going to be a one-off deal, and then we're going to see the end of this whole saga with Damien and Alistair, and we can shift Rhea back off to Raw because she's already been mentioned as being a contender for the women's tag team titles with Io Sky, and we can start focusing on putting Alistair in the world title picture because he's already said that he wants a shot at the world title.
Well, he better, because if you're not saying you want to be the champion, what the hell are you doing on TV?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we could see is the team of Nia Jax and Lash Legend also make their presence felt on Rhea to help maybe stake their claim that they should be in that tag team title, as we see Lash Legend and Alexa Bliss ready to go one-on-one next week.
We did see Nia Jax and Lash Legend stake their claim earlier tonight by leveling Alexa, Charlotte, and Kairi Sane following Kairi's and Alexa's one-on-one match.
As we see John Cena talking about the fraternity of WWE, I will let everybody know that next Monday, he will be dropping by to Chris Van Vliet's studio and doing another interview, which I think is going to be his last before his last match. So you might want to check that out, because he actually explains how long he was actually planning to announce his retirement tour, and also talks about the WrestleMania match and how boring was actually planned.
Very, very intriguing. Intriguing indeed.
Now, OM Dynamic, we know that you said you have LA Knight winning this. Best, do you agree, or do you have the Ring General winning?
I've got Gunther taking this because I'm sticking to my guns here. He's going to be the guy who retires wrestlers.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I hope to God he's not AJ Styles' last opponent.
He more than likely will be.
And they fucked up.
He more than likely will be Shinsuke's last opponent as well.
No, I think LA really needs this match and this win so much more than Gunther, because LA Knight has been on the cusp and has been there.
I'll put this out there. Does the Miz at all get involved and maybe screw with LA Knight?
No, I don't think so.
I could see it, because the Miz did not seem too happy about the loss earlier today.
Well, which loss? He lost twice. He's like his Browns. He loses so much, it's hard to keep track of which one he's talking about.
All of them.
But I was going to say, we did see on Monday that Jey Uso got very upset after losing his match to LA Knight, with this match being the final stakes. Jey Uso and Gunther, of course, have history over the World Heavyweight title. LA Knight and Jey have history. Could Jay potentially get involved in this?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either, because I kind of need Jay to move on to something else.
I mean,
He lost his shot fair and square.
I mean, I know I made the Miz thing, but do we, of all matches, do we really want shenanigans in the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament?
Absolutely not.
Especially since we haven't really seen shenanigans at all during this tournament.
Other than the Monday match with Solo and Gunther. Like, that was probably the most we've seen.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, with the way Carmelo Hayes won, those were, I think, the only two matches where you actually saw the shenanigans.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like how animated Mark Nash gets announcing the wrestlers.
I mean, it is his job.
I know, but like he's kind of reminded me of Bruce Buffer, because Bruce Buffer used to get really animated with his announcing.
Just with a lot less spray tans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
skin tones.
Let's not forget that Mark Nash was also an on-field host and PA announcer for the Las Vegas Raiders, as well as the public address announcer for the Vegas Golden Knights at one point.
And let's not forget, he's effing Canadian.
Yes, he is.
Let's not forget, he's from mine and OMD's hometown.
Yeah, that's why he's so loud.
That's right. He's also a former off-Broadway actor.
Wouldn't he have done better if he was on Broadway? Just kidding.
Oh, LA Knight was looking for the finish pretty dang fast there.
So was Gunther, though. Gunther had gone for the power bomb, and LA Knight hitting that baseball slide drop kick through the middle and bottom rope.
I mean, this is exactly what you want to see out of these two men, is just going right at it, right off the bat, and absolutely wasting no time. Because you have let's be honest. It's a big deal for a lot of people to say they faced John Cena. Only one person gets to say they faced John Cena in his last match.
Yes.
Yep.
But you have to look past that, as both men, I'm sure, are looking at the opportunity and looking, hey, a win here takes me to Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
But a win at Saturday night's main event might just catapult me to a world championship match. So you have to look at this in both men's eyes as, hey, we're not just looking to beat each other to get to Saturday's main event. We're looking to get to one step closer to the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Undisputed Championship.
And that's where I'm looking at LA Knight, who has been on the cusp and been so close so many times, only to let those opportunities slip through his fingers, whether it's a Money in the Bank briefcase, whether it was the fatal four-way that we had at Clash in Paris. So I think LA Knight needs this win just that little bit more than Gunther.
And that's why I'm leaning towards Gunther, because Gunther has had the taste twice of the title. and he would love nothing more than to go for a third helping.
I mean, he may need the win more, but as you just listed, he's had several opportunities where he's failed to win the big one.
Yeah.
And right now, this is the big one. So LA Knight needs to find a way to make history not repeat itself. Because as much as I think it's a fresh opportunity, and that is LA Knight in that spot, let's not be kidding ourselves. This is going to be the first time John Cena faces either one of these men on just next week. So it's going to be a fresh match regardless.
Yes.
I think just seeing LA Knight in that picture, like you said, would be a fresher scene because he's not used to being in a main event.
Right.
Caliber match.
At the same time, John and LA Knight do have history, as it was LA Knight who stepped up when AJ Styles went down a couple of years ago in Saudi Arabia to team with John against the Bloodline. He was also the first guy that we truly heard John actually put over in the ring and in the press conferences post-show.
Yeah, but these men are going to do anything and everything they can to make sure they beat each other up.
Absolutely, they will.
Now, I'm going to pose a really weird question, but something different, something I don't think we've really heard anybody ask. But so far, without this match being named, what has been your favorite match thus far in the Last Time Is Now tournament?
I got to go with the Zack Ryder LA Knight match.
And that was just for the Zack Ryder pop.
No, it was because I actually enjoyed the match.
Oh, I did too.
I know it's a question not a lot of people are thinking, just because everything feels so fresh. I'll buy you some time. So far, my favorite match was just on Monday, and that was Gunther versus Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't think I was really invested on anyone more, but more curious on the dynamic of this match, no pun intended, because both men are typically heels. And we saw Gunther out heel Solo with his experience in the ring.
Right.
But what we saw was a very good psychology match. What we saw was, I think, Solo stepping up and really pushing Gunther as much as Gunther pushed Solo. And I think when it comes down to it, that, in my eyes, that was by far the best match so far. But that's my opinion.
I think I'm going to go. And I wish we would have gotten this one as the final. It may have been a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, but I think I'm going to go Rusev and Jay.
Okay.
And it would have been, for me, it would have been Rusev winning and Rusev in this spot against Gunther. Now, we know that John Cena has no more scheduled appearances until Saturday night's main event. If this match were to end before the 10 o'clock hour, could we potentially see a surprise appearance from John to come out and go face-to-face with his opponent and shake their hand leading into that match?
I'm going to go with no, because you still have all of next week to do that.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't think.
But
As
as
LA
they,
Knight hits an attitude adjustment and then a burning hammer.
we're going to roll to our final commercial break here.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that website for each and every one of you is turnbucklestudios.org. Meet the team. Chris Perish, Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, and Carl Carafel. Watch all of our latest weekly episodic shows. Hit the join button to send us your credentials. Tell us how we can help you, how you can help us, and we can sit down and figure out the best fit. And of course, hit the shop button, support your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear, buy our merch, people. All the proceeds come back to give you a better viewing experience. Turnbucklestudios.org for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. As both men are struggling to get to their feet here.
This might actually be LA Knight's best match in this tournament. And I don't know if you guys would agree, but then just the chemistry and the pairing of these two is something I kind of want to see moving forward.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about what Gunther could do next, what LA Knight could do next. They're both on Raw. Why not each other? Usually that is a great way of settling that out. Because hear me out. Like, if LA Knight was to get that eventual win, they could have that big match at, say, the opening of Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would say LA Knight can win that match. He would then challenge the winner of Punk and Braun Breaker from the July 5 show. I would actually consider Gunther winning the Royal Rumble match. And now you have just put both men on that Fastlane track.
Right.
And it all started with them.
You could even go, like, if Gunther were to win the Royal Rumble and then he goes on to challenge whomever the champion is at WrestleMania, LA Knight could be put in that Elimination Chamber match in the month prior as well.
Well, I would actually say make that the number one contenders and actually have the winner of Punk Breaker versus LA Knight for the title at Chamber.
Okay. Let's not forget there is still another Saturday night's main event a week before the Rumble in January.
Yeah, but they need the PLE stamp. I kind of want to see the Saturday night's main event where we're talking about the U.S. or Intercontinental title as the main event.
Right.
Yep. I want to see it like whichever championships aren't on the line at the Rumble. That's your main event at Saturday night's main event, or that's where you put those titles on the line, because then you don't have to do that SmackDown before, the Raw before, or even the Raw after where there's a championship match. I mean, you probably still could, but
Well, I mean, and you got to think about it. There's probably 2, maybe 3 matches that aren't Rumble matches at the Rumble.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to remember this past years. I know we had Cody and Kevin Owens. We had the tag match with Machine Guns and DIY.
And then the
Yep.
Rumbles, and I think that was it.
Yeah. LA Knight has gone for the BFT multiple times, has yet to hit it. So you have to wonder if that was Gunther's strategy, making sure that he doesn't take it. But then you have to also wonder what does happen if LA Knight does hit it.
Yeah. Well, we've seen over the course of the tournament, but over the years, when Gunther hits the powerbomb, people do have a tendency of being able to kick out of it. So he's having to do like Cody does with the Crossroads and hit 2 or 3. I wouldn't be surprised to see LA Knight catch it and hit one here very, very soon. But I think that Gunther would kick out unless it's going to be multiple BFTs.
Where the power bomb has failed for Gunther, Gunther has gone to the sleeper hold too.
And he's also used that splash from the top rope.
Yeah.
As well. Now I've noticed when he was more hefty that splash on the top rope was more devastating and was able to finish matches more so. Now that he's leaner and I would even say stronger, I don't find that it's as effective now as it used to be, but it's still he's still a large human being with a lot of force coming down on you. So it's
LA Knight almost had it there, but Gunther, the ring presence of Gunther came into play there.
Yes.
And usually we don't say rookie when it comes to LA Knight, but he did make a rookie mistake when he held the inside leg on that pin when he honestly should have hooked the outside leg. Or at least
try to hook both of them, maybe.
I would have used maybe a little bit more on the legs to wrap it up or something more. I mean, not only is this the final, you're in the ring with Gunther, you have to give him as small of a chance as humanly possible for opportunities, because he will make you pay.
Just as he's doing right now with the sleeper hold. But LA Knight, he's trying to put up the fight. Gunther's got to wrap the legs around to cinch it in.
I mean, don't let the bags of the eyes at LA Knight fool you. But that usually does mean he does not like to sleep very often. So the sleeper hold may not be as effective.
But those elbows he's drilling into the side of his head could very well be what leads to the end here.
The jaw can only take so much. Oh, a beautiful cravat.
Yep.
And he has it in the forum kind of as an STO too. or STF. So like it's
And he's putting all that weight on LA Knight's back, making it difficult for LA Knight to go to the ropes. And LA Knight had no choice but to tap out there.
Yes.
And what I love about that, it's a different move from Gunther.
Yes.
A move that you could not have scouted based on what you've seen from him, because we have yet to see that submission by Gunther.
Right. And credence to the words Gunther spoke to John in his pre-match interview, saying, "Don't just watch me beat him, watch how I beat him."
And you can take that in different ways, whether it's I have more in my arsenal that you have not seen, no pun intended, or he knows multiple ways to beat people, and he is just showing you that, hey, a new one beats LA Knight, just like a new one can beat John Cena next week at Saturday night's main event.
Yes.
But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of SmackDown. Perish, so I know you've only been around for about a half an hour. Tell us what you thought of that half an hour.
Yeah, what I thought was great was we saw that kind of that escalation between the Wyatts and the MFTs, and it makes you wanting more. Yeah, we saw kind of the same thing where the Wyatts kind of back Solo in the corner, but then we saw the MFTs show up and it allowed Uncle Howdy and Solo to go at it. It makes you want to see that warfare between the two that much more, because now there's more of an even playing ground between the two factions. So I'm going to say I'm going to go with that just because it's something completely new, and it's a story that I think is very good at the way it's developing, and the side cadence are those tag team titles that, yes, they're going to be on the line in due time, but you know there's going to be so much more going in. If you want to follow or find me, you can find me socially on my Linktree at chrisperish. If you want to check me out visually, you can check me out tomorrow as I go live on my socials for this, the NXT Deadline Watch Party. And you're going to want to check that out, because as we found out, what happens tomorrow at Deadline has implications to Saturday night's main event. So don't be a fool. Check out the watch party and then the Chris Perish podcast on Sunday. And if you want more information about that, check out Deadline tomorrow on the watch party, because I have some news that affects Sunday.
All right. And over to you, OMD.
I am going to go, and my focus, and I absolutely love SmackDown. I know I was about half an hour late, just due to the weather here. The women's tag team championships being the real true focal point for me of late in all of WWE. We had the Chaos and Carnage breakdown on Monday. Tonight we had Alexa taking on Kairi Sane, which then broke down to absolute carnage afterwards. And now we have 6 different established teams all vying. So we were trying to figure out the best time for that. As well, though, the moments with Alba Fyre and Ricky Saints being told by Cody Rhodes, the winner of your match tomorrow night at Deadline gets to face me at Saturday night's main event. Bayley making an appearance and being told she's facing Sol Ruka. So these are huge opportunities for these NXT superstars to come in and really step up their game at Saturday night's main event a week after Deadline. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for me, it is my Linktree, linktr.ee/OMDshow. Mr. Best.
Yeah, one of my favorite takeaways tonight was the United States Open Challenge, where it was Mello and Dragunov, that was just a fire way to get everything going. The Wyatt Sicks stuff, usually I would say the Wyatt Sicks was my favorite, but it actually ranks as my second favorite tonight. But yeah, if you want to find me at my socials, just got to look for me at my Linktree, Linktr.ee/Chris_best83. Saturday night gaming, guys, once again, is going to be Saturday afternoon gaming in lieu of NXT Deadline, where I'm going to be playing some Grand Theft Auto Online. OMD, what are those words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlight so